coach a lot.
What? Yeah, no. Oh, my favorite people are right there. If it's shitty, I'm coming back up here.
Oh, okay. I've seen him 1,000 times. Just sitting there.
We coached together. We coached together for like 10 years.
Oh wow.
We got Coach Nate and Ryder until they got to high school. So we actually hated each other in high school. We played against each other. And then we were standing in line together as sign up for youth hockey. And then we ended up coaching together. So it's kind of weird.
Where did he go to school then?
Preston High School.
Oh, okay. The Polar Bears, yeah. Yeah, that's where my in-laws went. Yeah, that's what just now Grand Rapids, what do they call it? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because like Ottawa Hills and Central, Preston, and we have their own teams, but now they don't have enough players, so it's like one team.
Okay. Yeah, they're the Flames. They were the Flames or something like that, right? Yeah. Okay. I remember that from a few years ago. All right. Oh, this isn't too bad. I can see most of the league. Their numbers are easy to read. Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to another edition of Cougar Puck Radio. The final week of the regular season is upon us, and we're here at Griff's IceHouse at Belknap Park for the second and final matchup of the season against the Roo Division rival Rockford Rams. Your Cougars back above 500 for the first time in calendar year 2022 after wiping out West Ottawa last Friday, 8-0 at the Southside Ice Arena. The Cougars now 8-6-1 in OK conference play. 6 players picked up multiple points, led by 3 points each for Ryder Mulvey and Nate Sova. The two line mates had a goal and 2 assists each. 8 different goal scorers for the Cougars in that mercy rule win against West Ottawa just 5 days ago. In goal, Trent Goheen and Max Moore split the shutout. 10 saves for Trent, 5 saves for Max. And now here we are, down to the final 3 games of the regular season. 2 of them will be on the road tonight against Rockford, a team that's tied for first place in the Roo Division with a record of 16-7. And then Friday at Kenowa Hills down at the Walker Ice and Fitness Center before wrapping up the regular season on Saturday against Livonia Churchill, 2 p.m. at the Southside Ice Arena. So here we are at the top of the bleachers, the very low top of the bleachers at Griff's IceHouse, but happy to be along with you, hoping that the Wi-Fi holds up. Looking like the signal is going pretty good so far. So we will knock on wood, or knock on metal in this case, and move on with the broadcast. The first time these two teams met, it was a heck of a game, maybe the game of the year. The Cougars won 6-5 in overtime, despite trailing 2-1, 3-2, and in the third period alone, 4-3 and 5-4. Nate Sova scored a shorthanded goal in the third period to tie it. Rockford went back ahead, and then Gabe Sova scored a 5-on-3 power play goal to force overtime. And in overtime, Ryder Mulvey scored his first goal of the season off a pass from behind the net by Nate Sova. A brilliant feed, and I think the highlight of the year so far for the Cougars if you're talking about excitement. But right now, the games are all important, so excitement is not an issue. And as we wind down toward the end of the warm-up here at Griff's, the Cougars in their blue jerseys taking on the Rockford Rams in their white, and Rockford has just celebrated senior night, and there are plenty of seniors to celebrate for Rockford. 16 seniors in all on this roster, just a couple of juniors and 1 freshman in Inigo Terral. But this is a veteran-heavy lineup, a team that went all the way to the Division I state final last year, the first time in program history for the Rams. So 9 players return. They graduated quite a few, but like I said, plenty of players who have tons of experience at this level. And so, always a tough out, the Rockford Rams. They will be in next week's Division I playoffs. The Cougars will be starting the Division III playoffs down in Jackson on Wednesday. And we'll still endeavor to see if we can get a broadcast on the air for the postseason. But as of right now, all we can promise are the next 3 games. This is Matt Gajtka coming to you live as we're down to the final few seconds of the warm-up and just about ready to get it underway. The Cougars trying to climb back above 500 on the road. They pulled it off at home last time out, and now also attempting to sweep the 2-game season series against the Rockford Rams. That would be a real feather in their cap as they head to the postseason. As I mentioned, Rockford tied with Granville for the top spot in the Roo Division, although Rockford did go 0-1-1 against Granville this season when they collided in a back-to-back situation a couple of weeks ago in late January. Rockford has not lost here at Belknap or at their alternate home up in Cedar Springs. Overall in the year, the Rams are 7-0-1 as the home team, including 5-0-1 right here on this ice surface, their primary home rink. They tied Granville 3-3 here, including that game. They've been essentially without blemish when they wear the white jerseys. And they played a heck of a road game back on November the 20th, the first time these two teams met, but the Cougars were just 1 goal better. And if that game is any indication, we're looking forward to more fireworks tonight. May not be quite as offensive with 11 total goals, but hopefully just as competitive and just as fiery and just as exciting as that first meeting. So we'll drop the puck in just a few seconds here. We're about to throw it down to the ice for your starting lineups for the Cougars and the Rams. Keep it right here on Cougar Puck Radio.
Starting for your Catholic Central team, on defense, number 17, Ian Schlegert. On D, number 18, Henry Hallman. At forward, number 5, Ryder Mulvey. At forward, number 12, Nate Sova. At forward, number 13, Braylon Outwater. And in net, number 31, Trent Goey. Now for your Rockford Rams. Starting on D, number 17, senior J.D. Lemon. On D, senior number 25, Jacob Dirty. At forward, senior number 18, Jared Switzer. At forward, senior number 21, Will Haggerty. At forward, senior number 24, Max Hoffman. And starting in goal tonight, our senior number 31, Nolan Smith. Please rise and gentlemen, take off your hats for the national anthem.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we had at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the
Just about set to go here from, oh,
Yeah, take it out. Well, I guess I can leave it in. It's not in your way.
No, I need that for my
Oh,
for the
shit,
hookup.
okay.
Yeah.
just about set for the drop of the puck from Griff's IceHouse. Cougars in blue, Rockford in white. The Cougars have it cut out for them tonight. They're taking on the number 1 team, or tied for the number 1 spot, are the Rams in the Roo division. But the Cougars have beaten them once this year, 6-5 at home. Scramble for the puck in that tight quarters behind the net here at Belknap. At the side of the net, Trent Goheen looks on. Goheen getting the start, a record of 8-10-1. Rister from the point goes wide of the goal and ushered in behind by Haggerty, trying to center it. Haggerty will turn and shoot, and he scored! Will Haggerty is 19th of the season, and just like that, the Rams have the lead 1-0. Actually, 19 might not even be accurate because the Rams don't have stats posted for their last 3 games, so it could be more than that. But Haggerty, their top goal scorer, one of their co-captains, just wheeled in front and put it up off the crossbar and in. And just 25 seconds into this game, it's 1-0 Rockford. So the Cougars have to bounce back right away after that even strength goal from Haggerty. Off the tie-up at center ice. Haggerty goes cross-rink with this one. The pass connects to the freshman, the only underclassman on this roster for Rockford, Inigo Terral Garcia. We'll call him Terral tonight for simplicity. He scored a goal, actually had a couple of points against the Cougars first time out. Here's a potential 2-on-1, though, for the Cougars, but the pass from Wormuth slid away from Grant Kuykendall. Kuykendall in the corner here. He just scored his 15th goal this season. He's heating up again after a hot start. Now he has it between the circles. Kuykendall couldn't get the shot away as he stumbled down to one knee. Just a minute and 14 seconds into this game. From the far corner, Kuykendall tried to center it again. It went under his stick. Westrick lifted the stick of a Ram. Westrick scored as well last time out. 8 different goal scorers for the Cougars in that win against West Ottawa. Rister from Shane Kwiatkowski goes off the glove of Nolan Smith and up out of play. Rockford coached by C.J. Pober, assisted by Sean Jensen, Corbin Rainey, and Trevor Shields. And Grand Rapids Catholic Central, led by Mike Slobodnik in his 12th season behind the bench. He's helped by Joel Kwiatkowski, Mike Moss, and Josh Stella. And the athletic trainer is Nate Lutz. Trying to find my levels here, audio-wise. Hope I'm not blowing out anybody's ears at home. We're live streaming on Cougar Puck Radio tonight. Rockford ahead 1-0 on a goal from Haggerty in the opening minutes. So Catholic Central, which recorded the team shutout last time out, gives up a goal for the first time in a while. They beat UD Jesuit 6-4 to conclude their trip to Trenton a couple of weeks ago. So they're not afraid to play high-scoring games. They've scored more than 6 on 4 occasions. Turnover, though, and Goheen has to make a save on Lane Adams' attempt from the far side of the ice. Now Adams gets on that loose puck. Swirled in behind the net. Taking it there, Olenzik, his centering pass. There's a shot from the loose puck by Adams, and that's sticked away by Goheen. Out to the point, driven into the corner by Lemons, one of the co-captains for Rockford. Hammered out the center, off the stick of Liam Watt. Watt trying to pull it around Lemons and couldn't do it. Lemons, the defenseman, now takes a check from Watt. 2 big bodies going head-to-head behind the net. From back there, Watt tried to flush it around. And now Connor Schetz got a stick on it. Schetz scored his first goal as a Cougar against West Ottawa. Called his own number on a 2-on-1 rush and buried it, giving him now 2 points on the season. He's off the ice, though, as the Cougars complete The line change. Ripped down the ice. Luke Tinker fields it for Rockford. Rockford has lost 7 times. None of them have come at home. A couple neutral site and 5 losses on the road. Battle on the far wing. That's Drew Schweigert. One of the Schweigert twins tried to rim it, but it hit a body and jumped out over the glass and out of play with 13:41 to go in the first period. This is Rockford's final regular season game. They won't play this weekend as they prepare for the Division I regional playoffs. They're in good position, but they'll need some help if they want to get past Granville to win the Roo here in the regular year. As I mentioned, if they finish tied, Granville won the head-to-head 1-0-1. Haggerty again. He's had a lot of puck touches here early on for the Rams, but he give it up to Holloman, who hands it right back to Haggerty just outside the blue line. Haggerty runs into resistance, but a blind pass toward the middle came to Garcia off a skate and tossed high off the glass and out by Nate Sova. It was just barely out over the blue line, delayed offside against Rockford. Ian Schweigert set sail to the neutral zone. It's a tiny neutral zone here at Belknap, just a smaller rink in general. Last time the Cougars played on a smaller rink was out in Kentwood, on the campus of East Kentwood, when they pummeled Lowell Caledonia 8-2. This is offside with Wormuth trying to high step into the offensive zone. This is Matt Gajtka coming to you live on Cougar Puck Radio. Remember to like and subscribe so you know when we're going live. We're hoping to have another live broadcast on Friday as we stay on the road. Cougars taking on Kennewa Hills, the Knights in Walker. Jammed up ahead by Henry Kwiatkowski of the Cougars. Max Hoffman tried to knock down a pass. There's a one-timer in the middle there by Gabe Sova, and I think just barely getting a piece of that, Nolan Smith, the goaltender. Possibly off his toe as the Cougars quickly turn defense into offense. Kwiatkowski gave it right back to the senior, Gabe Sova. Bounce one in behind the Rockford net. Smith looks on as Sova got there first, but coming by to flush it away, Caleb Donaroglu. Pardon, that's Lemons, actually. J.D. Lemons gets another crack at it here, and he'll bang it high off the window, down and out, but too far. It'll go for an icing. First meeting between these two teams, Inigo Terral had 2 goals and an assist. Switzer and Clausen 2 assists apiece. Nolan Nemesek had 2 goals for Grand Rapids Catholic Central. Nate Sova had 3 points, and Ryder Mulvey had 2, including that game-winning goal. Rockford's won 3 in a row. The Cougars have won 2 in a row. Here's the jam up after the face-off. Dirteen behind the net with it. It hops over instead to Haggerty on this near wing. But Catholic Central keeps it alive in the O-zone. Westrick jumping down the wall. He was bumped down. No call on the play. Rockford bench loves it. They're stationed over to our left. Catholic Central in the right end zone. Long headman pass from Nemesek does not connect, so icing the call with 11:44 to go in period number 1. Rockford has lost twice on the season to Byron Center. That's the only team that's gotten them twice, 2-1 and 3-0. They've also fallen to Saginaw Heritage, Heartland, a powerful team this year, and Hancock from up north. That was in the MIHL showcase. False face-off. They'll drop the puck now. Rockford trying to get a shot away. Here's a turning drive in the slot that's blocked. Switzer got it there. Switzer again. And a great save from Goheen to keep it 1-0. Switzer got 2 cracks at it. First one didn't get through. I think Berta blocked it. Second one definitely got through. But leaping out of his crease, Goheen to smother it. Beautiful job. Desperate goaltending from him. As you would expect, Rockford coming out hard on senior night at home. Holloman gets it high on the boards and redirected out to center off a deflection. High in the air. Knocked down with a high stick, unfortunately, for Catholic Central, because otherwise they had a 3-on-2 breaking in. I don't know if Kuykendall or perhaps Wormuth got it with a high stick. So the face-off coming at, well, it looks like it might be at center ice. The referees are talking it over. They might be saying that it's the wrong call. If they drop it at center circle, that's usually what it means. So referee's mistake. Like I said, unfortunately, for the visitors tonight because they had an odd man break. So they'll have to try again. Schweigert, after the clean face-off win from Andrew Wormuth, the senior. Redirected it ahead. Here comes Gabe Sova right in. He was hooked from behind, it appeared, but no call. Must have been a stick lift. The referee was standing right there, didn't make the call, so we play on 5-on-5. Sova in front of the net with that centering pass and stick just wide. Wormuth was there, so was Kuykendall. Both trying to poach one in front of the net. So the Cougars don't get the benefit of the doubt on consecutive officials' calls. Schweigert relays it through center. That was deflected, so no icing here. Under 11 minutes to go in the first period. Cougars down 1 to the Rams on the road here at Belknap Park in Grand Rapids proper. Wristed into the O-zone deep by Drew Schweigert. Schetz trying to get on it first. Connor Schetz getting better and better with every game. Side swipe hit at center ice by Colin Hoffer, but here come the Rams. Shooting that one was Lane Adams on the cutback move to the outside, and Goheen equal to the task. Adams has been active, so has Switzer and Haggerty. Those are your early standouts for Rockford. I mentioned earlier, we don't have complete stats for Rockford. It's been the case most of the season. But Haggerty leads this team with 29 points in 21 games. From behind the net, Terrell, one touched it. Now he got it right back there from Korpikoski. J.D. Lemons pitched down the wall. Haggerty wristing one wildly and wide. Garcia cruising. Very calm player. Inigo Terrell Garcia. Handing it off to the point, and a wrist shot. Stop made on Dirteen's blast by Goheen, and the Cougars clear. Trent Goheen's come to play. Lemons. Cross-ring pass, banged off the skate of Haggerty. Rams have to reset. They'll try near wing, too far for Terrell to hop onto it. Henry Kwiatkowski gunned it down the ice looking for Hoffer perhaps, but it slid by him, and that's another icing against the boys in blue. Rockford scored in the early going first minute, if you're late joining us. And you didn't have to be that late to miss that goal. Just 25 seconds into this one. No penalties yet. Switzer to face it off. No, he's booted out of the dot. It'll be instead Sean Peterson against the Cougars. Mulvey right to the front of the net. Rebound goes over the goal on the rolling puck. It was knuckling. Tapped right in front of the net again. And this one goes wide of Goheen. The Cougars are scrambling to defend around their net. Nearly put right back in on their own goal unintentionally by Shane Kwiatkowski. Now Shane pulls it away from the forward-checking Switzer. Switzer, a short angle try. Stick save by Goheen. Swatted out of there by Nate Sova. Out near the blue line. Picked up by Clausen. Handed it off. A wrister was blocked from the outside by Lindeboom. Lindeboom kicks this one ahead. Max Hoffman. Lost control, was pried loose for Henry Kwiatkowski, who lifted it high and into the netting here on this near side right in front of us. Faceoff will stay in the defensive zone. 8:58 left in the first period. The Cougars on the year outscoring opponents 81-60 after the early goal for Rockford. So by those numbers alone, they probably should be a couple of games better in the standings, but they've lost a couple of close ones. Some overtime games didn't go their way around the start of the new year and the end of the old one. So this Cougars team, I think, deceptively good when you consider that their record is just one game above 500. In front of the net, a quick shot from Hoffman as he tried to come out from behind the goal and did, but he hit the outside of the goal frame. And another long dump out by the Cougars ends up going for an icing. Six multiple point getters last time out for the Cougars against West Ottawa in that 8-0 win on Hockey Fights Cancer Night. Mulvey and Sova. Nate Sova had 3 points apiece. Outwater, Nemesek, Watt, Westrick each had 2. I don't want to say it was point night, but it was close to it. Like I said, 8 players scoring 1 goal. Terrell wristing, blocked nicely by Ian Schweiger. Now Holloman pursues him behind the net, trying to pry the puck loose from Korpatkoski. Terrell Garcia, knocked off stride by Ian Schweiger. And lifted high off the partition and out from Catholic Central. Turned over by Rockford. Here's Kuykendall, got a man in front of the net, but it was blocked, the pass was. Haggerty got a stick in the way. Here's a feed out to Schweiger. He can shoot it, wristing it, and he missed it low to the left. Kuykendall from behind the net. He's pinned there by Ty Marchlewski. Here's a pass to the slot. Skids right back to Ian Schweiger's shooting. Save was made by Smith, and the rebound, Catholic Central couldn't pounce on it. Cleared briefly by Rockford. 7.5 to go in the first period. Wormuth stepped up, tried to lay a hit there on Haggerty, but couldn't get there in time. Schweiger, he's pressured heavily by Gabe Alenzik. Alenzik takes a bump from Holloman. Long shift for those 2 defensemen for the Cougars. Schweiger and Holloman. Schweiger makes a nice play with the stick in the middle of his zone to pick off that pass and ship it down the ice. Off a Rockford stick. No icing here. Nemesek swooping in. The puck played past him, though. Liam Watt hammers it right back into the O-zone, but right back to the Rams. Turned over at the line. Here comes Nemesek, wristing, and a good save, calm save by Smith. As he just leaned over there and I think got his blocker on it, the bottom of the blocker. Nemesek's shot appeared to be pretty accurate, just inside the post. A flip out by Shane Kwiatkowski. He'll have to try it again as he gets the puck dumped right back in his corner. Going to his little brother Henry, the freshman. Coughed up by the Rams. Outwater, who scored against West Ottawa. Bounced a pass behind and over the stick of Liam Watt. Kwiatkowski, that's Henry Kwiatkowski. Inadvertently ripped that one into his own bench. Not a lot on it. So no danger there as the Cougars have to face another defensive zone draw. Thanks to the folks at Griff's IceHouse for the hospitality. That's our first and only trip in here this year. Same deal coming up in Walker on Friday for the 8 o'clock start against Kennewa Hills. Shot drifted in on goal by Jake Clausen. And that stick save made by Goheen. From the corner, Preston Kortkoski. Mulvey lays a strong check on Terrell, and the puck was underneath Terrell, and that's why the whistle sounded, I think. That was a strong, punishing body check from Ryder Mulvey. Appeared to be very clean. Shoulder to shoulder. And Inigo Terrell is being forced to come off the ice, I think because they thought he was injured. Not sure what happened there. Anyway, face-off won by Rockford. Back to the point. Clausen want to go cross-rink with it, but it clanged off the body of Outwater. To the far wing, and Haggerty, the goal scorer, turned it over. Mulvey intercepted that pass. Mulvey, nice little feed on here to Nate Sova. Wanted to finesse it into the O-zone. Fan on the first attempt, and that set the Cougars offside. You're seeing some early frustration for Grand Rapids Catholic Central. But they're just down a goal. You know, they're wanting to get this one even, wanting to generate some more offensive opportunities. After the line change, it's the line of Gabe Sova, Kuykendall, and Andrew Wormuth out there for Catholic Central, all seniors. They'll have their own senior day coming up against Livonia Churchill on Saturday at 2 o'clock. We'll have the coverage for you on Cougar Puck Radio, of course. Wormuth doubling back. Little 10-foot pass finds Preston Berta in his own end. Up ahead to Kuykendall. His high toss will settle in behind the Rockford goal line with 5 minutes to go in the first period. From back there, Lane Adams yanks it free. Adams off the boards, now heads out to the point and helps clear it out into the neutral zone. Alex Sager's backhand. The puck was bouncing on him, so he could only get it to the red line. Dumped in by Hoffman, and now Goheen clears it away from the side of his net for Catholic Central. Wormuth trying to shovel it along. Get some help from Gabe Sova. Cougars trying to complete a line change. Couple bodies come off. Kuykendall still up in the offensive zone, though. Sager had that clear sail over his head. And Hoffer jams it right back in for Catholic Central. Marchlewski lugging the puck for Rockford. One of 16 seniors on this team takes a bump from Drew Schweigert, but he got the puck below the Catholic Central goal line. Ian Schweigert crossing over, building some speed, carrying well. Schweigert over the blue line. Just slid it in deep. Picked up by Tinker on the D-to-D pass for Rockford. The dish near side goes behind Will Haggerty, so here's Connor Schetz for Catholic Central. 4 minutes to go in the first period. Kortkoski kept it alive for Rockford. Terrell to the point. Drew Schweigert knocked it ahead, and there's Hoffer helping it the rest of the way. Back into Rockford real estate. This one of 2 home rinks for Rockford. They also play a few games up at Cedar Springs. Turnover, here's Zach Westrick. Westrick, left circle, wristing glove, save by Smith, and he holds. Strong take and a strong shot for Zach Westrick, trying to score in back-to-back games, but not to be on the glove save from Nolan Smith, who enters the night with a record of 11-6-1. No save percentage for him, but we do have a goals against average of 2.49 for number 31. For the second straight game, it's dueling 31s in net. It was also the case against West Ottawa last Friday when Goheen got a start. Trent Goheen, by the way, has a record of 8-10-1, 902 save percentage, back over the 900 mark after making 10 saves on 10 shots last time out. And he makes a save here on the forehand from Jared Switzer as he picked his way off the wall. 3:18 remaining in the first period. And you can tell the Rams are juiced up tonight. They are coming hard from all angles. All things considered, I think the Cougars have done a good job absorbing some of that energy and trying to push it right back. A lot of times, if you can survive that first period, things tend to even out. As Goheen ranges outside of his crease to stop this one and lay it off for the defender, Shane Kwiatkowski. The man with the A on his chest made the pass out to Watt, but his backhand through center was intercepted. Donaroglu carrying in and left the puck behind. I think he looked up and saw big 19 and decided to just, well, maybe I'll leave it behind and live to fight another day. Lemons makes the pass up to Hoffman. His backhand sauce finds nothing but blue jerseys. Braylon Outwater cross rink with that one. Wiped out in front of the Rockford bench was Nate Sova, but play continues. Still no penalties in this game. Shane Kwiatkowski pinched up, but couldn't keep it in the O zone. One of the Rockford Rams goes down here on the near side. Lane Adams took a couple of checks. I think Henry Kwiatkowski got the second of those. Preston Kortkoski on the toss back into Catholic Central territory. Spun around the boards by Henry Kwiatkowski. Up ahead for Outwater. Got enough finesse on that one? No, he did not. It ended up rolling over the goal line, and then Nate Sova went careening into the end wall. He appears to be okay. Two minutes even to go in the first period. Still the 1-0 lead for Rockford on Cougar Puck Radio. The Cougars trailed 4 separate times against the Rams in the first meeting of the season series, so I don't know if they're exactly freaking out right now. Every game's different, though, and Rockford is rolling at the moment after losing in the MIHL Showcase 6-1 to Hancock. They've won 3 in a row. The Cougars have won 2 okay conference games in a row. They beat Lower Caledonia and beat West Ottawa back-to-back, scoring 8 goals apiece in each of those. Berta parading back to find this one on the rough ice late in the period. It didn't make it to the goal line, so no icing there. Then Sager might have played that off a glove in his bench. I don't know. The Cougars are shrugging over there, the ones who are on the bench. Maybe another tough break for Catholic Central with 1:38 left in the frame. Wormuth on the draw here against Switzer. And Wormuth and the Cougars appear to have control, but now it ends up in the grasp of Peterson. His backhand behind the net. Switzer tangling there with Wormuth. It's a good battle. Wormuth flipped it out as he was falling down, but couldn't get it out of the zone. Olenzik centering that one, and it was off a skate, looking for Switzer on the back post. Tossed out the center, maybe a chance here on the counter. Gabe Sova, cross-ring pass. It was elevated, and Schweiger just couldn't whack it home. Couldn't guide it on net. The defenseman joining the play, and nearly on the receiving end of that pass. Here's a shot from the sharp angle by Peterson. Nearly fooled Goheen. Might have been partially blocked on the way, and took some pace off it, changed the direction. Just missed that left post by a few inches. Down to the final 45 seconds of the first period. The Rams go D to D. Marchlewski to the far wing, and Hoffman on it, but he blindly centered it, and Nemesek broke it up. Cougars can maybe get 3 bodies in the attack, but Kuykendall is gassed. He's got to get off the ice. 30 seconds left in the period. Nemesek continues to march in. He put a pass to the front of the net that was defended away. Still Nolan Nemesek with 20 seconds. Pivoting in the corner, slamming on the brakes. This is hard work for number 16 of Catholic Central, but it's going to end up in the clutches of the Rams here, and the puck skitters out to center ice. Shane Kwiatkowski overwhelmed in the corner by Haggerty. Down to 5 seconds, turned over, and the Cougars should be able to survive this, and they will get it out to the red line as time expires, ending period number 1. Round of applause for both teams' cheering sections as Will Haggerty's lone goal of the period holds up for Rockford. We're through 17 minutes from Griff's IceHouse in Belknap Park. This is Cougar Puck Radio, and your Cougars are down by just a single goal going into the first intermission. Keep it right here for more on YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll be right back with the second period after this. second period has begun. Welcome back to the Griff's Ice House at Belknap Park. Cougars down 1-0 against the Rockford Rams. Plenty of game to go, though. Cougars attacking down to our right in this second period. Their first of 3 games this week before the end of the regular season. The puck played in on Trent Goheen, and the sophomore goalie makes the easy save and holds with 25 seconds gone in the second period. Well, at this point in the first period, the Rams had already taken a 1-0 lead. So Cougars got through the rest of that period, and yeah, there were a couple of close calls, but there were a couple of close calls to the other end too. So pretty evenly played throughout the first 17 minutes. Some late changes here by both teams. Taking a little extra time before the drop of this puck. Henry Kwiatkowski collides behind the net with Gabe Olenzuk. Olenzuk wins that battle. Sean Peterson, one of 16 seniors for Rockford, played it toward the middle, but it was picked off by Kuykendall. Slid it down the ice on the fresh sheet. It nearly would have gotten down for an icing, but goaltender Nolan Smith didn't want to take any chances, so he jammed up the near wall, and after a couple of banging bodies at center ice, it ends up back in the Cougars' end. Here comes Andrew Wormuth breaking into the offensive zone. Wormuth had some good speed, wanted to play it on to Gabe Sova. Now back to the point. Berta shot, score! On the deflection in front, Gabe Sova. Good eyes, sniper. The tip works, and the Cougars tie it up 1-1 with 15:54 to go in the second period. Berta shot it. Gabe Sova deflected it. And if it is credited to Gabe, it's his 8th of the year. Even strength goal. Just 1 minute and 6 seconds into the middle period. Well, there's the response the Cougars were looking for, huh? Nearly a mirror image to the start of the first period. This is Matt Gajtka coming to you live from Belknap Park. The old Belknap Ice Arena, now of course called Griff's Ice House, as it's been for a long time, since the Griffins showed up. So Sova gets the tip. It soared into the net, into the bottom left corner. No chance for Smith to react in time. And give Berta credit for shooting a shot that was very tippable. Andrew Wormuth to take this face off in his own end. Against Terrell to the middle. Haggerty trying to go right to the goal in a bullish rush, but the puck didn't follow him. Haggerty again. Each of the 16 seniors on Rockford were honored prior to the game, and you figured they were going to be pumped up at the start of this one, and they were. But now the Cougars are back on level footing after all that, and it's just a hockey game again. Jammed down the rink by Drew Lindeboom. This will go for an icing against the home side. Rockford in the white with the black and orange trim, black helmets, black pants, and the Grand Rapids Catholic Central Cougars in their traveling blues. Gabe Sova has equalized early in this second period. Westrick wanted to go forward off this draw, or at least on the forehand, I should say. And Lane Adams was just kicked out. And he's, well, wondering why, but you don't have to get an answer there. You just have to leave. You must leave now. And he did. But the Rams and Lemons with a full head of steam through center. Look at him skate. He gets to his own, dumping behind the net, but he played it right back to Liam Watt of Catholic Central. Watt on the handoff. Here's a shot from the neutral zone by Nemesek, a strong one, right into the glove of Smith, and he takes no chances. He'll keep it. Two minutes and 2 seconds gone in the second period. I guess deuces are wild. 2 goals on the board in this game, 1 for each side. And there is double deuce. Westrick to take this faceoff for Catholic Central. Holloman shot it. Another deflection in front of the net, this time by Watt, but he took a lot off it. And it wouldn't have had enough steam to crawl over the goal line, I don't think. Smith smothers. And Westrick is booted from the circle this time. Nemesek leans in. No nonsense, but the puck was drawn back and right to a Ram. Donaroglu on one knee appeared to have iced it, but the play was blown dead. There was a whistle, but none of us heard it. The player stopped playing. One of the linesmen's got to check his whistle. So from the same face-off circle we did it at several seconds ago, we'll do it again. Switzer against Westrick. Puck up for grabs, and Switzer backhands it to the safety of center. Ian Schweigert jams it right back in the zone. Watt wanted to make a nifty little play there, but Switzer on the intercept, giving way to Watt, and his turning shot. He scored from a sharp angle last time out against West Ottawa. No dice this time against Smith. Watt scored from the right of the net last Friday. This time he was from the left side. Taking on the move, Gabe Alenzek. He's checked down by Holloman. Strong play. But prying the puck loose is Switzer to the front of the net, and Goheen has it, and he holds it. Just past 9 o'clock on a Wednesday night. 1 week from tonight, the Cougars will be playing a regional playoff game in Jackson. That's the site of their region this year. So, not quite as simple as last time around. And we're back to normal regional rules in terms of all the COVID restrictions melting away here. Inigo Terrell handed it off to Haggerty. Top line out there for the Rams. To the point. Luke Tinker blasted it wide of the net intentionally. Henry Kwiatkowski nubbed the backhand, but Haggerty's on it again. Drew Schweiger tried to clear. And again, the Rams hold the line. This time it's Marszlewski. To the front of the net, Haggerty. He's cleaned out with a strong check. That one got him up high. Shot toward the goal by Alenzek. To the far side, Marszlewski couldn't keep it in. He lost his stick. And what do we have here? An injured Ram behind the play. It's Haggerty still trying to stagger to his feet. And he does get up with help from teammate Terrell. 13:26 left in the second period. And the referee's talking it over. And I don't believe a penalty's been called. They're actually talking about where the faceoff should be. It'll be just outside the Rockford line instead of the Catholic Central line. Hoffman looking to pop it forward for Rockford, but he gave it right to the Kwiatkowski brothers. Henry falls down, though. Handed it over to Donaroglu. Played it behind the net, though, and it's right back in the possession of Shane Kwiatkowski. This is Henry in front of his own net. Looks one way, fires at the other, and out to center it goes. Tinker D-to-D pass to Marszlewski at center. And again, the Cougars defend that well in the neutral zone. Catholic Central gumming up the works here for Rockford. Hoffman wanted to make a behind-the-back backhand pass, but no sale there. Braylon Outwater on his backhand. Skating well. Made a pass out to the point. Shane Kwiatkowski. Stick got in the way, though. Deflected by Donaroglu to the corner. Big scrum for the puck over on that far side. It was 6 bodies. Now it's down to 4. Mulvey has it. Good little indirect pass to Berta, but he turned it over. Gave it up to Hoffman. Hoffman around Berta. Down the right wing side. Defended by Shane Kwiatkowski. Long shift for him, too, and he still found the legs. Lane Adams had it poked away from him. Lemons with a blast. And it's gloved by Goheen. No further play. 12:11 left in the second. Well, in the season series, the Cougars have 7 goals. The Rams have 6. It's been tight, needless to say. This time the Rams face it off in their offensive zone in the shadow of those senior night posters in the far corner behind the glass. Might be able to see it there. Thanks to Lynn Sova for running the camera tonight. This will be his last duty of the regular season. Peterson knocking this one ahead. On the run, Switzer from behind the net turns a forehand shot and that was partially deflected. Side of the net, Switzer again. Now the handoff to Peterson. Peterson trying to cycle it maybe. Slid a pass across. Good sauce on that one to find Dirteen to the front of the net, but no shot on goal. Poked away past Dirteen. Down the ice comes Kuykendall, pursuing Lemons quickly, but Lemons moved the puck even more quickly. And now Switzer. Switzer with a Lenzik in tow. Switzer wristed it. That's over the top of the net. Deflected on the shot from the left flank. That missed everything again. Dirteen got it there, but a stick got in the way again. And this is cleared down and out by Gabe Sova of the Cougars, and that's an icing call. It was Gabe Sova who tied this game on a deflection early in this period. Turned out to be a nice crowd for senior night. And plenty of Cougars blue in the audience as well. A couple of rinks here at Belknap. This is the only stadium rink, if you will. Nemesek surging ahead, but had the puck stripped by Lindeboom. Lindeboom off the window with it. Haggerty overskated for Rockford. The Cougars try to get the dump and chase game going. But Holloman retreated, and Watt couldn't get there in time to force the turnover. It's Holloman behind his net. Henry Holloman. The junior defender out to the slot now. The puck hops, and to the blue line, kept in there by Jake Clausen, senior D-man for Rockford. Haggerty picks off this pass to the middle for a wrister by Terrell that's gobbled up by Goheen. Off the one-time shot, Inigo Terrell, the freshman, an impressive point haul so far. He's got 23 in 21 games, at least in the games we have record for. Terrell with a team best 16 assists as well in those games. The Cougars are more powered by sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Just the couple of freshmen on the squad. Backhand chance here off the counter for Andrew Wormuth, the senior. Kuykendall gets to it, tapped it below the goal line, but Catholic Central wants a line change, and they'll get it. It is the period of the long change if you're coming from your own zone, but if you're in the offensive zone, it's the short change. Shane Kwiatkowski clears it around the kick plate and just barely kept alive in the attack zone by Clausen. Right to the front of the net. Off the shot from Hoffman. Stick save by Goheen. To the point, Lindeboom. Lost control, was flushed out by Catholic Central. Caleb Dunaroglu handed it away. Drew Schweigert. Had a big weekend a couple of weekends ago. His first Cougars goal and a couple of assists. This one's icing against Rockford with 9.5 left in the second period. The Cougars have a couple of point-per-game players on their roster. Nate Sova with 24 points in 22 games. Rising high to try to keep this puck alive was Shane Kwiatkowski, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be icing again against Rockford. Actually, Ryder Mulvey just short of that point-per-game mark. He's got 19 and 22. And Rockford's got a couple of point-per-game players in Haggerty and Terrell. Really teams that look similar if you take a look at their offensive numbers, teams that like to spread it around. Don't rely on one line or one player. Sharp shot from the outside by Kwiatkowski, didn't get through. That was Shane Kwiatkowski from the left point. From behind the net, Nate Sova. Coming off a three-point effort against West Ottawa. The leading scorer for the Cougars, a sophomore forward, has it tossed over his head and down the ice it goes. Haggerty wanted to pull up, good defending by Shane Kwiatkowski. Now Henry colliding there with Preston Korotkowski. Rockford still swirling with it in the offensive zone. Switzer makes a pass out to the point. Here's a shot deflected on the way. Goheen made the save on the drive from Marchlewski, and Catholic Central breaks out with it. Area pass looking for Outwater, but that was beyond his reach. It's Sova again, pinned by Marchlewski. And the Rams escape. Pass too hard off the boards for Alenzik to take, though. Back out in the neutral zone. Tinker knocked that one inadvertently out of play, into the screen. That loose netting on this near side. That'll be a face-off in the Rockford zone with 8:16 left in the second period. Again, we'll have Zach Westrick at this dot against Switzer, the alternate captain for Rockford. Westrick with a clean win. Nemesek tapped it deep to the corner. Westrick trying to come out of that corner. Lost control of the puck, though. Dirteen defended him well. Liam Watt hacking and whacking and forced it again. Dirteen. He'll try the far side this time. Peterson couldn't clear it out. Good step up there by Alex Sager to keep it alive, but now the Rams will break it out of the zone down the left wing. J.D. Lemons, sharp angle try against Goheen, and he holds that one. Pins it to his chest with a trapper hand. The Cougars have already swept one conference opponent this season. That was West Ottawa. They're trying for the second sweep of the year in the Roo Division. The Cougars fell twice to Granville. Then they went 0-1-1 against Byron Center. And they'll finish the season series against Kennewa Hills coming up on Friday. Granville and Rockford tied for the top spot in the Roo Division right now. And we get a stoppage in play. Both Rockford and Granville have 33 points. The Cougars are in fourth place, in case you're wondering. The record of 8-6-1, an okay play. 17 total points. It's a 6-team division. Each team plays each other twice. Kuykendall with some room. Kuykendall glove saved by Smith, and he holds. The puck just jumps off Grant's stick, but in that case, it was wristed right into Smith's glove. He didn't even have to move it. That's why Kuykendall's shaking his head right now, because he knows he could have picked a better spot. I mentioned Kuykendall's heating up late in the season. Wormuth takes the turnover. Andrew Wormuth, blocker saved by Smith, calmly punches it to the corner. He's looking strong, as is Goheen at the other end. Gabe Sova, who has the goal in this game for Catholic Central. Wormuth, hard work below the goal line, as it usually is, to the point. Ian Schweiger's shot, another deflection. And I think that was Sova again, and that time Smith kicked it out. Hoffman trying to clear for Rockford. Again, the Rams flail away, and they do bunt this one out to center. Clausen down the ice looking for Donoroglu. Caleb Donoroglu to an open wing. Kuykendall clears. All in one motion. Ticking down to 6.5 left in the second period. 1-1. Catholic Central against Rockford. Second and final matchup of the season. Both teams won their regions last year. The Cougars went to the state quarterfinals. The Rams went all the way to the state finals. It was their first ever trip to the Final Four. This is icing against Rockford. Two teams in different divisions, though. Rockford in D1 and the Cougars in D3 playing up in this Roo Division matchup. It's Drew Schweigert's turn to take a face-off. Colin Hoffer, the junior, tossed it to the far corner. Hoffer's in there first. But the puck comes right to the Rams. And Preston Koratkowski. Headman delivery behind Haggerty. It was broken up. Drew Schweigert moving those legs well. Stumbled down, but still chipped the puck below the goal line. From there, it's Koratkowski. Kept alive there in the O-zone by Henry Kwiatkowski. But it's plucked by Haggerty. He moves in over the red line, a bouncing puck right in on goal. That's where Goheen hands it off to Henry Kwiatkowski. Freshman defender lifted the pass too high for Hoffer to take. But it's Henry Kwiatkowski again at center, this time shooting right on goal, and Smith pads it away to the far corner. 5:30 and ticking to go in the second period. Just the 2 goals on the board. Departure from the last time these two teams met when we had 11 total, but I suppose we still have a long way to go. Hard off the glass. Nate Silva looking for a pass up ice here, but instead it's deflected away from him by Marszlewski. But right to a Cougar. Wrist shot. And missing the net was Ryder Mulvey. Mulvey bidding for goal number 10 on the season. He broke Rockford's heart in overtime when the teams met on November the 20th at Southside. Outwater charging as he ran into a check but kept his legs moving. Now Berta at the point. To Nate Silva from the half wall. He found Outwater below the goal line again. Cougars working behind the net in this period, trying to win that war of attrition. But this is cleared past Berta by Gabe Alenzik of Rockford. The Cougars spent a solid minute in the offensive zone. Here's a chance, though, for the Rams, and Lane Adams with a toe drag and a wrist shot, but he missed high to the left. And this is icing against Catholic Central. No penalties in this game. I thought there might have been 1 or 2 missed calls in the first period, but can't think of much that's escaped the detection of the men in stripes in the second. And another player kicked out of the dot. This time it's a Cougar, Zach Westrick. Nemesek with a couple of Rams on his backside makes the play strongly ahead. From the near corner, Westrick on his backhand, flushed it around, and it slipped by Holloman at the point. But no fear, there's Ian Schweiger to hack it back into the neutral zone, forcing the Rams to tag up. Cross rink to Watt. Snaps it far corner. Lemons cracked it around the boards. Henry Holloman shot, and Smith saw it the whole way. He kicked it out with the left leg. Watt and Nolan Nemesek in deep. Watt the senior, Nemesek the junior. Nemesek just pried it to the front of the net. Fended away by the Rams. Holloman's shot knocked down by Watt, and right to Adams of Rockford. Adams has some hop in his step. Wanted to duck inside, but the Cougars defend that, and we have our first penalty. So I guess the defense was not legal. Hooking the call with 3:26 to go in the second period. And Gabe Soba, who scored the goal for the Cougars in this period, now gets the first penalty in this game. So with 3:26 left in the second, obviously a pivotal moment. The Cougars' penalty kill gets tested. I don't have any power play numbers for the Rams. They have not listed power play goals or penalties on any of their box scores this season. To the middle, and a whiff on the one-timer from Terrell. Spun ahead by Andrew Wormuth. Outwater got a stick on a D-to-D pass, but it still comes through to Kwiatkowski. Terrell kicks it to his stick niftily, following on Haggerty over the top of the net with that shot, bidding for his second of the night. 30 seconds gone on the power play. At the point, Dirteen wanted to shoot, was confronted by Wormuth, so he handed it off to Haggerty. Now he rotates out high, and his wrister's deflected over the high glass. 2:50 remaining in the second. 1:24 left on Gabe Sova's hooking minor. And after some confusion, the face-off will be on the near wing. Honestly, same difference in that category. Puck was shot from a straight-on angle. Haggerty inadvertently knocked that out to center, so the Rams have to regroup. Clausen knocking it over to Kwiatkowski, gains the line, does Kwiatkowski, found Terrell, cross rink. Here comes the shot from Clausen that missed, banging off the end boards. A minute gone on the 2-minute minor. The Cougars shorthanded in a 1-1 game, and Lindeboom couldn't keep this puck in. For Rockford, it's Smith wristing it out of play on the near wing side. So the Cougars will get an offensive zone faceoff shorthanded. All due to Ryder Mulvey's forechecking pressure. Wormuth draws the duty this time. Here's Jake Clausen for Rockford. With a big R on his chest, Clausen scans the scene, assessing his options, ended up giving it away, and spiraled down the ice by Shane Kwiatkowski. Smith from behind his net here. Returned it near wing. Clausen goes to the far side. Half minute to go on the power play for Rockford. Their first of the night, the first of the night overall for either team. Switzer tried to get around Wormuth, but Wormuth again, light on his feet. Got back to that puck, won it, and fed it up ahead to Nate Sova. He's got a shorty against Rockford this year. He works one-on-one here against Tinker. Sova wanted to pull it to the middle, but Tinker defended that with a stick. Lindeboom down to 4 seconds to go on Nate's brother Gabe's penalty. One last clear for Catholic Central, and they've survived, but it was dumped in after the penalty expired, apparently, so that's icing. At least I think that's the call. 1:23 left in the second period. Yes, it is the call. The faceoff is dragged all the way back into Cougars territory. Still a 1-1 game. Surging ahead are the Cougars. Westrick chasing this one in deep. Or actually, pardon me, that's Outwater, I should say. 13, Braylon Outwater on it. To Mulvey. Outwater getting a stick in the face of Adams. Cougars still on it. Final minute of play in the second period. Outwater, the righty forward. On his strong side, made the play back to Schweigert, over to Nate Sova. He gives it to Outwater. Sova, Outwater, and Mulvey connected for a beautiful goal against West Ottawa. But not to be here. The puck squirts down ice, and that's an icing against Rockford again. 41 seconds to go in the period. The line of Westrick, Watt, and Nemesek over the boards for Coach Mike Slobodnik. This is the final shift of the period, presumably. Westrick won it. Nemesek shot it, and it handcuffs Smith, but the puck hops loose to the front of the net. Westrick looking for Nemesek, but the pass was intercepted. To the point, Shane Kwiatkowski drew a defender to him and then dumped it behind the goal. Kortkowski to the line, held there. Henry Kwiatkowski, good drag move, found Nemesek from the circle, a shot, but it was blocked behind the end line. Dirteen saved the day for Rockford, down to 14 seconds in the period. And Westrick was pummeled down to the ice in front of the net. That'll be a penalty against Rockford. The first penalty of the game against the home team. J.D. Lemons, co-captain, senior, is headed off with 12 seconds remaining in the period. The first power play of the night for the Cougars. We'll see what they can do with 12 seconds. It's always a little tough to get it going after the period break, so they'd be wise to push the pace here if they can do it. Mulvey, the faceoff win. Schweigert crept up. That's Ian Schweigert, now below the goal line. Nemesek with 5 seconds. Nemesek far side, wrist shot by Watt, missed the net. Roughing the call. Final couple of seconds, Gabe Sova looks up, and by that point, time had expired. So the Cougars will start period number 3 with a power play. Here from Griff's Ice House in Belknap. Tied 1-1. Keep it right here on Cougar Puck Radio.